What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 36 of Level Up. This is the first impressions of Star Wars: The Old Republic's PvP, not the PvE or the full game, just the PvP. I decided to take a look at the PvP just because of the fact that I haven't in any other videos I've done for this game so far. And since it's a ginormous game, why not take a look at every different portion of it, like I have with the classes, the full game, and just other various different things, including the world bosses I've encountered. So, when you first get into the PvP, you're gonna have a person who talks and basically introduces you to Hutball, which is basically like a football type, or I guess you could say rugby type of, I guess you could say playfield. Not playfield, but game type. What you normally do is you want to get the ball that's in the middle and you want to score through the goal. That in that sense is, I guess you could say, rugby. But in a sense that it's not, is the fact that we have lightsabers, lightning, and a bunch of fire throughout the map. This fire is called hazards. The hazards throughout the map are basically, if you jump in them, you die. They are very damage oriented and they do a ton of damage. You could probably walk through one and live barely, but most of the time when you walk through one, you're gonna die. There's many different hazards throughout the map. There is fire, and then there's also poison, and then there's, you can fall. I mean, it's that's a hazard, I guess you could say. And the map is very structured. It's about a 3-level system. You have your first level, which is down there, second level, which is the even, and third level, and then fourth level, so I guess it's 4 levels, system in this map, which makes it so it's a pretty good damn sized maze to strategically move yourself throughout the map. Now, I'm going to be playing as an Imperial Agent, which is my class, my favorite class so far in this game. And I'm hopefully going to put up some good DPS numbers and hopefully show you guys what the PvP is like in this game. And basically give you guys a good reason to sort of buy into the PvP in this game. Alright, so we're obviously going to get attacked right now because we just got the Hut Ball. I'm going to stay away from that guy. He's obviously going to hurt me if I get near him. And hopefully I can get a decent... Yep, I got a kill. Alright, so I killed that guy, defending the ball carrier, which is right here. Hopefully this... Oh, nope, it flew me backwards. Of course. This is actually a random wind burst, which can fly you where you want to go or where you don't want to go. It really is completely random. And our ball handler just got killed, sadly, which sucks really bad because of the fact that now they have the ball. So, now we're basically just trying to get it back. The class that I chose is really sort of third-person oriented. It's a very, I guess, a shooter type of class. Like, if you try and play a first-person shooter and you come to this game play Imperial Agent, you'll probably see the same similarities, especially if you got the control scheme like I do. My control scheme is completely as if I'm playing like Call of Duty or Battlefield. You know, I have my grenades lined up on my middle mouse button, and I have my shooting lined up on my one of my mountain buttons on the mouse, which sort of creates a shooter feel, which is a really cool feel to have in a MMO, considering the fact that, you know, not a lot of MMOs can have that feel to begin with. Alright, so the ball's right there. I'm going to stop this guy from getting it, hopefully. Alright, so maybe not stop him, but I could definitely do some damage to him. Yeah, walk through that. Walk through that, you dipshit. You dumb fuck. Ah, I got the ball. I did it. Oh, you almost knocked me into that asswipe. Stay away from me. I do want to mention the PvP is extremely balanced. I cannot stress that enough. Because of the fact that BioWare put in sort of a buff that even if you're level 10, you can come in here and wreck people. You could play with like level 20, actually level 19s, 27, stuff like that, and not feel underpowered whatsoever, not get dominated because of the fact that they put a buff on lower levels in order to balance out the stats and the damage that you do. So you may have a little bit more skills than, you know, a little less skills than the higher levels, but for the most part, you can still compete and still try and do your best rather than just getting ass stomped by a one shot. You know, that's normally what happens in most PvP. And that's what would happen in World of Warcraft PvP if there was a system different than SWTOR's in that game. Alright, so I just got the ball again, I think. Maybe? No, I didn't get the ball. That's stupid. Return it to the middle even though I killed the Hut Ball person. And if my teammate would help me, it would be very nice. Because right now I'm just kiting this guy. Ow. Son of a bitch. Ha, you fell. I can kill you. Oh, that's not cool. Alright. So I'm just trying to do my best to do as much area damage as possible while keeping track of where the hut ball is at. Right now the hut ball, I believe, is in the middle. Nope, it is actually not in the middle. Idiots. It's somewhere throughout the map. Basically, look for the laser, so it's right there. We actually have the hut ball right there. So that's where I'm going to head to right away. A lot of the times in hut ball, you normally lose because people do not follow the hut ball. And even though I did get sidetracked, I got sidetracked because I was getting attacked, which is a good reason. So we have the hut ball right there, so I'm actually going to try to get over there as fast as possible to defend our hut ball carrier and to ensure that he maybe can live a little bit longer or pass the ball to someone else. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy right here, hopefully, and I couldn't because he line-of-sighted me. And there we go. Alright, so we're still alive here. We managed to get the hut ball guy completely safe, or safe enough where he can still progress through the field to the goalposts. And like I said, the cool thing about SWTOR's PvP is sort of like Atlantica's PvP, where it will completely balance stats and make sure that no higher levels are basically at an unfair advantage over you. Regardless, you know, of the stats, I still can destroy a level 27 or level 16 or whatever higher level, you know, I can, because of the fact that the balancing is just that good. And I like that style of PvP because it's really, really, I guess say, it's really intuitive. It basically designs it to what you're doing at that time, and it makes sure that everyone can sort of get a good PvP queue regardless of their level and regardless of the population on the server, which is a really cool thing because people do not like waiting. Alright, so I'm just trying to survive here. I'm trying to follow the hut ball carrier and trying to survive, keep stuff off of him, and maybe defend these guys for a while. I shouldn't have damaged him. But I did throw a stun off, so our hut ball carrier did get away a little bit. But for the most part, we are struggling to get past the middle of the field, which happens quite often in hut ball because you have so many guys that you have to get by. And when you have AFKers like this guy, which I'm actually going to report as soon as I can. Let's just go report AFK, report AFK, and there's no report AFK. That sucks. Alright, so I can't report him AFK, but if I could, I would have. Seems to be a couple people AFK. And I almost just got caught in the hazard. That would not have been good. Oh, that was a beautiful knockoff. As you see, there is some classes that do have knockoffs, and they are very useful in a PvP scheme. What I mean by that is the fact that if you use your knockoffs, your knockbacks, extremely good, you can knock people into hazards, into places where there will be a lot of damage taken. And I just caught myself with two guys here, and I am going to die. There's a hut ball person right there. I'm going to stun him. Nope, I am not. So like I said, if you use your knockbacks wisely, you can end up doing a lot of damage that you wouldn't have done before because of the hazards throughout the field. And that is a very cool thing. When I play my assassin, like I did on my stream one time, I actually ended up doing a ton of hazard kills. And what I mean by hazard kills is I knocked people in the hazards and trapped them there with CC. And the cool thing with that is it does make the map a little bit more engaging, and it basically allows the player to make a better strategy than they would have before. And that is a really cool thing. I really hate when maps are just like, go here, go there. And, you know, like if they have the WoW style map where there's really nothing to worry about. I like the Wrath of the Heroes or Star Wars The Old Republic feel, where there's a lot of line of sighting, there's a lot of hazards and a lot of stuff throughout the field that could do a lot of damage to you or help you out in the long run. Which is a really cool thing to have in a style of game like this. Go ahead, toss a flashbang on him. And I'm probably going to die myself, but at least I could stop him from moving anywhere. At least maybe for a little bit, but for the most part I am going to die. There's no way I'm going to survive this. I'm just getting my ass kicked here. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, but we do almost have the flag carrier up. He is dead. Alright, so we got the ball carrier dead, which is really cool. Now we have the ball, and we can progress back up towards the field. for a better chance at winning this game. Now we do have 1 point right now out of basically whatever points. This game's like soccer. 1 point could be scored in this game and you could still win. But that 1 point took so much to get, because you have to get from one end to the other end. And like I said, this map is like a maze. There's only really one or two ways to get to the objective that you need to. And if you don't go that way, you're gonna lose. Alright, so we basically just got the ball, and then we lost the ball because the guy who had the ball died, which kind of sucks because I did the last final kill on that guy. But the way it does it is the majority damage, so for the most part, it chose him over me because of the fact that he did the majority of the damage, even though I got the final hit. Alright, so I got that kill right there. I normally do really good in these. I normally get a lot of kills. Just following the flag carrier, doing my job, trying to keep everything, you know, alive, keep our hopes of winning alive. I do basically what everyone I hope does with Hutball, but I know they don't. There's a lot of people out there who don't understand how to play Hutball, and they probably never will because they don't know how to understand and play as a team and play the objectives. There's a lot of times where I'll say out in chat when in anger, I guess we have a bunch of Call of Duty players on this team, because Call of Duty players do not work as a team. They never have, they never will, which is why I like Battlefield as that, you know, as a team-based game. You know, even though Call of Duty is a good game, I just think that Battlefield has a lot more teamwork involved and is forced upon than Call of Duty ever will. Which is why I like SWTOR, because they do force grouping and teamwork like none other, and if you don't, your team is going to suffer, you know. Everyone needs to work towards the objective and work towards killing the ball carrier. And even if you don't get the ball, that doesn't matter as long as you're working to get the ball. If you work around the ball, get kills around the ball, that allows the player who has the ball, or the player who on the other team who has the ball, to progress up the field and, I guess you could say, score points, which is a really good thing, because if you score points, you win. That's how Hutball works, and that's how a lot of objective-based stuff works. The more points you score, the better chances you have at winning, unless you're playing golf. But I don't know any MMO out there that has golf. So for the most part, it is most scored points. Alright, so right now I see that we have the ball right here. I'm going to go over here and kill this guy right here first, and then hopefully get this. Oh, he just launched me up the cliff. That is balls. Alright, so I'm going to have to run all the way back up here. I actually just went this way, which kind of sucks, like I said, because now I'm out and unengaged from the ball. I cannot really help my team whatsoever, and because they use the hazard of me falling off and using the physics of this game, I can't do nothing. And that is a really cool thing about this PvP, is the fact that there is a lot of things that make it so you can't do nothing. And the more stuff that makes it so you can't do nothing, the better, because that makes the map more engaging and definitely more team-oriented on figuring out where you should be going at all times, and basically where you should be engaging and not engaging. Alright, so we finally stopped the guy right before the goalpost. I was knocked off the cliff, and then I lost the ball carrier. So I'm going to go now and look for the ball carrier and get there as fast as possible while killing this guy along the way. Because, you know, killing people is not a bad thing to do in this game. It's just you want to do it engagingly and try and figure out where I could kill a person and make it count and where I can't. And then sort of work yourself around the map in a strategic way to help your team. Because you don't want to just go flying solo in these. There's a lot of people who do, but for the most part, getting MVP in this game, it won't happen unless you work as a team. And a lot of people don't know how to work as a team in this game, at least from what I could see. And that is a very sad thing, because I like teamwork. I always do. And there we go. So we got the ball back. They sort of were in the void area where there's only two ways up, and we were protecting both of those. So we were doing a very good job for the most part of stopping guys from getting to where they needed to go. Alright, so I need to progress upwards to get to the ball carrier, which is right up there. So I think I'm just going to wrap around here and toss a grenade on this guy, and probably a flashbang, and just walk right by if I can get unstunned, which sucks because he's double flashed me. There we go. Run away! Alright, so I'm gonna run like a motherfucker and get killed. So, you know, the PvP in this game is probably by far my favorite PvP, and I've played WoW, I played Rift, I played Ion, I played a lot of PvP. And the PvP portions of games are normally my favorites, and normally what I focus on the most. And the cool thing about PvP is the fact it's always different. There's nothing similar about it. And it's all team-based a lot of the times. In every game, it's team-based. You know, even in WoW's Warzone Gulch, it's fully team-based. If you just sit there in the middle getting kills, you're not going to help your team whatsoever. Your team's going to lose. You know, or this game, if you just sit in the middle trying to get kills, it's not going to help your team whatsoever. You know, right now I guess I am sort of being a hypocrite saying that, but this guy engaged me and I'm going to die anyways because of him. So might as well keep one of their players not engaging with the ball. That way we can progress up to the ball and not have to worry about him later on. So I sort of did something that helps the team in the sense that we do get to, I guess you could say, make sure that they don't get to the ball. But in the long term, that made me so I couldn't get to the ball as well. So right now I finally wrapped back around to the ball, and I'm about ready to just stay with this guy. Since he is sprinting, I'm going to sprint too. And I guess that is a little overpowered to be able to sprint while you have the ball, because the ball does have a debuff that does make you a lot slower, but he's just going regardless and just waiting. Oh, and we won. Luckily, I did get near the top, so I may get MVP. I actually did get pretty much MVP. I was one of the best players on the team. I went 39-6 and stayed around the objective and got 2,000 points for that. Damage-wise, I was in third, which means I did a ton of damage throughout the field. Kill-wise, I was in third as well. Protection, I wasn't anywhere near protection because that's heals, I believe. And for the most part, I did a very good job for my team, and that is why we won. Oh, actually, we won. Went 1-1, but we scored first, so that's why we won. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions look at the PvP in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I'm your host, Zach Sharps, as always. Make sure you follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/LugoEntertainment. And also follow me at Twitter as well, at twitter.com/ZachSharps. Once again, if you guys like SWTOR videos and you want to see more of them, hit that like button. That makes me think, oh, you guys like SWTOR, I'm going to make more SWTOR videos. If you don't like them that much, then I'll just move on to the next game, and everything will be good. We actually do have a lot more of SWTOR on the way. We have all the other different classes. I've only done one, I think, so far. So I'm going to be filming the other one tomorrow and getting that one out as soon as possible. And throughout the week, I'll be doing that as well, at least after my vacation, basically for, you know, Christmas. And then after that, basically, we'll be doing the first impressions and review of SWTOR as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the SWTOR content on the channel. We do have a playlist, so you can check that out. And as always, comment, rate, subscribe. Question of the day, do you like PvP? Is PvP your favorite part of an MMO? As always, catch you guys next time.